If you've got a sales team that works for you, then you need to do these 4 things in order to get them on your side and to build a successful sales team that gets incredible results. My name's James White. I'm a small business sales expert, but I'm a man that's built and run sales teams before. And I use these 4 factors and key elements on a regular basis when I'm working with clients to help them build sales teams that are successful. Let's put these 4 elements in place to ensure your sales team are flying and not flopping. So I believe there are 2 key earns and 2 key Bs that you have to take into account when you're building a sales team. And let's focus first on the earns. The first thing I'm going to say to you is you have to earn their loyalty. What do I mean by their loyalty? The best way to earn loyalty is by getting to know the other person, by actually not focusing on them just in a business sense, but really trying to understand them as human beings. Spend some time when you're building a sales team or working with a new team to get to know them as people. What's their background? What's their family situation? What's their personal situation like? And be open and be intrigued by other people and what's going on. Tell me about your family and tell me about your background and tell me about your hobbies and what you enjoy doing. When we really start to probe in those areas and show real interest in people, you'll be amazed at what actually they'll do. They'll feel like you're a bit loyal to them. They feel like you actually care about them. They'll actually feel like you don't just want to manage them and get results from them, but you actually care about how they do. So ask the questions to earn their loyalty. Focus on being able to get to know them as human beings. I recruited a sales team for one of my clients last year, and the sales manager that came in and took over from me struggled to engage with the people because she didn't focus on engaging and understanding them as people. You can't get someone to be an expert in sales if you don't understand the dynamics going on in their life and what's happening. And whilst we don't want to hear everything and be soft to every challenge that goes on, we have to be realistic. If their kids have got an issue, if their family's got an issue, if they've struggled with something or they're not able to do something that's going to affect their work. And the way you earn their loyalty is to speak to them as human beings and get to know them. So focus on that first and foremost. The second earn that you have to do is earn their respect. A lot of business leaders and sales leaders say to me, oh, they should respect me because I'm in the sales role and the manager. It doesn't happen like that. The best way to get a sales team to respect you is for you to show them you can do what they do. Can you pick up the phone? Can you go to those meetings? Can you make some of those targeted calls to people they don't know? Where they can go, wow, I've seen James or I've seen Abby or I've seen Nisha do those things. Wow, they're getting results and fair play, I might well try this now. When I've built sales teams, I've always used the analogy that it's just not up to them to do that work, it's up to me to lead from the front. So I wouldn't ask anyone to do something that I wouldn't want to do myself. And when you start to do those things and start to not negotiate on price, and when you start to be able to make those calls, or you start to follow up in the way you said you would, or start to do some of the grunt work that they've got to do, or update the CRM, then what that means is they start to learn, actually, if the boss is doing it, then if my leader's doing it, then I should do it as well. You can't just demand respect and expect people to work for you just because you've got the manager role. It doesn't work that way. The way you earn respect is to show them that you're like them, you're prepared to do the jobs that they do, but that you also have a management responsibility to look after other people as well. But if you do that and make sure that they can see you're prepared to put the hard yards in as well, and it gives them no excuse to not do it, and it makes them realise actually for them to be successful, they've got to do some of that work to get the results everyone wants. Focus on earning loyalty and earning respect. And if you do that, it's going to put you in a great position to hopefully build that team up and get brilliant results with them. So my third point on how to build a successful sales team is to be realistic with those people you work with. I've had sales managers come to me and say, you should make 200 calls in a day. And I'm like, 200 calls? Are you sure? I don't even think that's realistic. Or they've looked at a target that is triple what it was this time last year or what it was last month, and they've just assumed that I should just get on and do that. And because of that, I just look at it and go, it's unrealistic, no one's ever going to do it, and the delusion starts, and that whole feeling of, this isn't going to work, and before you know it, you've got a demotivated sales team that's not achieving results, that's focusing on themselves, not what you want as a sales leader. So be realistic. Have a little look at what they did last year or last month. Have a little look at the calls they made, the emails they sent, the updates they did, and actually sort of say, look, how can we try and move that number forward? How can we get those results? Look at what they've done and what's going on. marketplace and around them to then decide whether you want them to make changes or do other things. If you're unrealistic, it's just going to make that person think you're living in cloud cuckoo land, that you're some sort of ivory tower manager, and they're not going to want to respect and work with you. Be realistic, and it's going to hopefully make them think that you understand the dynamics of that role and that can help them get the success that both of you want. And my fourth and final point when it comes to building a successful sales team is be a little bit patient. Sales is one of those things that just takes time. I've not become the sales expert that I am right now from a few days ago or a few weeks ago. It's taken me 30 odd years to learn my craft, and I still make mistakes. I lost a deal last week because I didn't ask a question I knew I should have done. I still get it wrong. So be patient and accept and understand that the other person that you're working with is going to go through those same challenges. Providing they've got some humility to be able to know when they're wrong or when they want to learn, then be patient with them. Be able to show them where they can make changes or improvements, and actually understand that they're going to go on a journey. They're not going to suddenly become this perfect salesperson overnight. And with your support and with your help and your mentoring, if you want to get someone like us in to support and help them, we'll do that. But give them the support and help to become better, providing they want to learn, providing they want to develop, providing they're prepared to take new ideas on board, then support them in any way you can and be patient with their results. Alex Ferguson, one of the greatest ever football managers of all time, he would have never got as far as he could do with Manchester United if he'd have been sacked in the first 12 months. And yet he didn't win many games in the first 12 months, but literally once he stayed in and got his team working, he then became their most successful manager ever. Results sometimes do take time for you and them. So be a bit patient, be realistic, make sure that you're understanding the situation that they're in by earning their respect and earning their loyalty. And it's going to put you in a better position to lead a sales team of success and superstars than people that are flopping and failing and not getting the results that you want. Put those four things in place, earn their respect, earn their loyalty, be realistic and be patient, and it's going to help you build a sales team that's going to get brilliant results, make you look good, make them look good, and make everyone smile. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you have, let me know in the comments section below what works for you. What are the tips and tools you've used to get great results with the sales teams you've operated with? Maybe you don't agree with what I've put it in the comments section below. Let's have that conversation. Like and subscribe to the channel to make sure we get you more resources to help you get better sales results on a consistent basis, to win, to achieve and solve the problems that we want to, and make sure that we all smile and live a happier life. Thanks for watching the video. See you next Saturday.